Tell you what, I got Krazy in Chinese tattooed on my neck.
Oh, is that what it is? I never wanted to ask.
It says Krazy. Yeah, well, every time when I got it done, I went to like 3 Chinese chip shops, and I had a lady do calligraphy, and I went in and I said, "Yeah, what does that say?"
You meant you got it done in the I thought you were in Chinese chip shops until one of them agreed to tattoo you. I was like, "Yo, Stokes Compton's wild, boy." I know Stokes Compton's a madder, but Jesus.
No, this was Eastern, I believe. But no, I went to 3 different chip shops with calligraphy that I thought said Krazy, because I didn't want it to say like ladies' toilets or something like that on my neck piece. Actually, I didn't even know I was going to get it on my neck. I went round and I said, "What's that say?" He went, "Krazy." I went, "Yeah, I love you," and then ran to the next place. What's that say? Krazy. Yeah. So I went into a tattoo shop and I was like, "Yeah."
But they might have been being like, "This guy is crazy. Why is he?"
That's why I done 3. Because but now every time I go to a to a Chinese place, they stand there going, "Do you know what it says? You crazy." Really bad accent. I don't know if I should do that.
That's amazing. That's incredible. That's incredible.
But at least it says Krazy.
When did you get that? How long ago did you get it?
Like ridiculous amount of
long
years
time.
ago.
That's what I thought.
When tattooing on neck and Chinese writing was fashionable.
Damn, but you probably wearing like a Moschino shirt when you did it or something, didn't it? Moschino shirt.
I'm pretty sure I probably was, man. Let's be real. I'm probably wearing Moschino everything now.
You do, to be fair, bro. You're keeping that torch burning, bro. Like.
Do you know there was a stage where nobody wore Moschino? It's kind of come back and everyone's wearing Moschino now at the moment. But I was wearing Moschino all through the dry era.
That's what I'm like with certain brands. I'm like, nah. I wore you know, brand LRG. You know that brand? Yeah. I remember I see some comment on one of my battles once, and it was like, really thinks LRG is cool, and I was like, that's exactly why I still wear it, because I like it. Think it's anyone cool. Listening, bro, if you want to get a battle and you've never got a reply from us, just buy me something LRG and I'll give you whatever you want. It's the most random make to be obsessed with, but I'll never stop wearing it, especially ever since I saw that comment that was like, thinks he's cool wearing LRG. He doesn't even know it's out of fashion.
Does it still
I don't know if they still make it. I don't know if they still make it now.
I swear,
I don't know if they still make it. It's like 2004, 2005
down in Bristol. I think it was like on sale because it was like end of line stuff.
Oh, what, they had an LRG store here?
No, they had
like a streetwear store.
They had 5 Points.
Oh yeah,
it used to be there. It's a tattoo shop now for writing.
Chinese tattoo shop,
believe it or not, irony, right? Okay, so why I've got you here today? Obviously, I want to congratulate you on many years of awesome rap battle events and stuff.
You were there at the beginning.
Yeah, my dog. Come on, through the plastic sheet,
through the glass, like prison visits and that.
Right. Now on the real, it was good being there at what was that? The first ever Southwest battle I was in, didn't it?
You were.
And to think how far it's come since then, man. Like you was doing events all over the flipping world. You've had. Sorry, there's some weird garage playing in the background. Sambuca. No idea where that comes from. Sorry, that threw me off. But you've been doing events all over the world. I mean, you've gone on to different leagues, doing battles for that. You've done mad stuff. You know what I mean? And like. It went for a little bit of a hiatus and like a bit of a dry patch around everything. I think for just rap battling, it seems to be making a big resurgence at the moment. I think like with the end of lockdown happening, and I think we needed it. You know what I mean?
Our first event was the 14th of August, and I was waiting for that since probably January. Like we booked it in January, and it was one of the ones. You know how it was when you speak to people in lockdown. A lot of the emails I got during lockdown would often be ended with, "You can have it on that day if we're still in existence." Do you know what I mean? And that's like a pretty weird. It's like, what's even happened to the world, bro? Do you know what I mean? It was like quite surreal, like the amount of emails I got saying that. If you want to share our, fundraiser, help us, we might be able to stay open. A bit like depressing emails, you know what I mean?
From big clubs and stuff like that.
100%.
As well.
So where we did our event on the 14th, we booked it in, and they were just like, you just have to contact us close to the time. I probably contacted them, probably like April, May, something like that, and from there. And and they were just like, they still were like, maybe you probably can drop the flyer, probably if you want, blah 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 blah. And then it was only by like probably the start of August, end of July, we were telling everybody, we were like, buy a ticket. Obviously, if the event gets cancelled, you can either keep it for the future or we'll refund it. And then it's probably only about 2 weeks before the government clearly, I can't even remember now what they said, but they said basically you can have an event with people. And
it was literally right at the end of July.
Right at the end. Because we had the thing planned on Clifton Suspension Briggs, didn't we?
Right,
I
and
forgot about that.
The birthday event as well. when you come down to as well. That was 29th of July.
29th of July, I remember, yeah.
No, I swear down, we knew 10 days before that we could even have an event. It was like a promoter's nightmare, honestly.
Well, I said that was your birthday party was the first thing that I came to. What was 29th of July? That was honestly, that felt, when I was, I'll be completely honest with you, when I was got out of the Uber outside and I come to the front door and the geezer started searching me and that, I was literally like, what am I was like proper like spaced out, like what's going on? Because it's been like, the last time I was in the club, funny enough, was in Bristol as well, the Jam Jar, for our last event.
Oh, wow,
last time I was ever in a club was the Jam Jar, February 2020. So like I said, I get out at what is it called, There Too, and I'm gassed. I'm like, I'm coming to the birthday party, it's gonna be good fun, whatever. But yeah, as I actually stepped through the door, I felt really self-conscious, and it was a bit overwhelming like when I walked in. Yeah, a little bit. When I walked in, I was like, wait, I'll be honest, I went straight to the bar because I was like, boy, this is so weird. Everyone's grabbing my shoulders and ruffling my hair and stuff. Do you know what I mean? It was I was like, get off me.
I don't use the physical contact
like,
anymore.
Get off me, bro. Like, and obviously I see you, and you were drunk by that point, and you were just like hugging up on me, and you were like, yo. Bro, I was like, I'm happy to see you, bro, but please.
If I had COVID that day, the whole world was getting it. I swear down.
Honestly, the fact when I did, I must have done a test probably like 2 days later when I got home, and I just convinced myself it was going to be positive. I was like, there's no way the amount of people that hugged me at that club night, I haven't got it, and I did it, and I didn't have it, and I was like, god damn, someone's blessed me this weekend. Man.
Well, they're saying that, and then like I don't really know anybody who got COVID from going out clubbing.
No.
Like, I swear down, and I'm not trying to say go clubbing because you'll be invincible, but maybe there's something about the amount of alcohol we consume that may burn off any bugs. Because I was drinking so much Rare Nephews that night. Every time I turned around, there was another shot of Rare Nephews, and I think I'm good up to like 3-4 shots.
So was that the first time you'd been out?
We done a few sit-down events.
Yeah. Oh, same.
But I don't consider that going out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like out. Like in the club,
standing up, actually being able to go up and get like germs off people and stuff. You know what I mean? And I don't like the sit down event thing. That was horrible, man.
We did two sit down ones. Shouts out to the engine rooms in Bow. They held us down, and they've always got our back, man. They had us for 2 sit down events. I personally, I'm in my old age trying to always look at the bright side of things. So instead of just like moaning and being like, oh, this is not real battle rap, I was like, I just tried to be appreciative, to be honest, bro. I was just happy we could do something, because we had events, we're talking only end of 2020, we had events like shoots, they weren't events, they were shoots where we were just filming, right, which is obviously legal as long as you did it within the parameters, right?
It's work,
but we had when we were doing it work, but obviously no crowd, but we had trouble from the police at them and like things things that, you won't see this on social media, but we did things. It would have been approximately November 2020, we had something where the police were like convinced we were holding a secret party, and I had to basically say to the police, I promise you we're not holding a secret party. You can come in and see what we're doing. So do you know what I mean? So the reason I'm saying that is, to me, like any progress from having the police knocking at my door asking me what I was doing in Bow is progress. So when they said, right, you can have 30 people, and also I'll be honest with you as well, really honest, like when you know you can only have 30, when you like know you're going to sell something out, it's quite a good feeling. Like it was quite a good way to ease back into events, because it was like I know if I can't sell 30 tickets when people have been locked up for a year and a half, I might as well, it's over. I might as well start playing country and western, bro. You know what I mean? It's over for me. So when you know, like 30 tickets, like people are going to be gassed, and then they went in a few days, and it's like that felt really good. And obviously,
I think with battle rap as well, because it's like sometimes comedy, and it's be a bit more performance arty as well. So sitting in a chair, you can watch it. I think, but it's when it comes to like the drum and bass events.
Oh, that doesn't work. That doesn't work.
And you're trying to shock out any dance. You know what I mean? And you see a gal over there, and you're like, and you got security looking at you like, look forward. You're not allowed to like come out your seat and that. You know what I mean? That was
talking about drum and bass. Did you see the thing with X-Man that happened?
Oh, was that the girl trying to grab his wine? First it was the ankles, and now do you know what? I'm on his side here.
100%.
There was so much victim shaming on that. It was mad. 100%. Like, are we supposed to just stand there and let girl grab us up and stuff like that? Imagine if it was somebody the other sex round. You know what I mean?
Bro, it's regardless of even what it would be like the other way around. I think just like that's a common misconception that any man at any time wants a woman to touch him. Like, and you could see it in his face. He was just like, I'm doing my job right now, bro. Get the F off me. Do you know what I mean? What are you touching me for? Like, and it's like,
man's not a stripper or anything.
Exactly. There you go, bro. There you go. Like, I mean, drum and bass strip nights. Like, we might be onto something there, bro. I think Bristol feels like the place at a pop, but no,
well, at least there'll be definitely one customer. who's quite popular on social media at the moment.
But no, I was shocked because obviously I woke up and I think it was your boy. I see a Facebook status from your boy and I was like, what's this cryptic status? And you know the ones where you start googling it and you're like, you know when you end up lying in bed googling like Little Mix beef and that, you're like, I'm too old for this. That's what I was doing. I was like googling like X-Man video and I was like, what's going on? And then I didn't realise what it was going to be and I watched it. I was like, damn, like I would have reacted. Everyone said, oh, he didn't need to be that rude, bro. You're on stage rapping and the girl grabs your private parts. You don't want to be touched. Like, nah, mate. I would 100% wild out, probably more than he did.
Don't get twisted. I think he may have been a little bit aware of he was being filmed and what might happen after the ankle grabbing thing blowing up a few weeks before.
I'll be honest, I didn't see that, bro.
Right,
I don't know. I thought you meant the same time.
No. That was another event, and there was somebody grabbing up his ankle and stuff. So he's had a bit of a hard time, X-Man, with getting molested by the crowd and stuff. And then the video kind of went viral. And I think as much as there was some bad press on it, he got mainly good press from it.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that he has played up to it for that, you know what I mean? But I think the spitting the bars afterwards about the girl probably played into
saying something. You're a
yeah. I'm not saying it was too much because again, if you're in your feelings because you just been sexually assaulted.
There you go, bro. I would have been in my feelings, bro. It's like I said, it's just that misconception that like my guy's on the stage performing. He's the only rapper as far as I see on the stage, and X-Man does that a lot. X-Man does a lot of sets where it's just him because he's obviously a VIP kind of OG. Yeah. So like my man's on stage, probably 400 people in the crowd. Every single person in the crowd is just looking at you. It's not like you got, do you know what I mean, SAS all on the stage and someone might not see. If someone's filming X-Man, then he's the only person being filmed in the venue. So it's like he knows it's going to be viral the next day. Oh, girl grabs X-Man's privates. Do you know
and
if
he doesn't do nothing about it, imagine what his girl's going to be saying and stuff
exactly,
like that.
Bro. So it's either he wows out on her, and he might have been a bit rude, but in the moment he'd probably had a drink for a couple hours. He's blah 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? And he's being like, "What are you doing? I'm trying to do my job here. I'm trying to entertain you. Like I'm not
here to helicopter for you.
I'm not a stripper. I'm not a stripper. Maybe he's got a future in it, but right now he was booked as a rapper, not a stripper.
He's getting paid well enough off the DMV. I think he's nice for now still. But
I did laugh as much as I was like, I shouldn't have. But just the way he was, I will embarrass you. I thought, oh damn!
I mean, he definitely embarrassed you.
The way he said it, my man said, I will. It was like some like He-Man thing. I will embarrass you. Like
I will crush you.
I will crush you within like skeleton. That's what it sounded like. I was like, yo, he's not playing.
No,
it was almost like he was in his hotel before the set, just thinking someone's gonna touch me, and he just like gassed out so much in his head.
Pulled up his grey tracksuit bottoms, stood there swinging in front of the mirror ready. No. Anyway, that's enough of X-Man's mind for today.
That's a soundbite.
No, on the real. So rap battling. There will be no wang touching at the Don't Flop event, bro, from the mainly male crowd.
It has happened once in a clash, in an American clash, and the
not Daylight or something.
Nah, it was Arsenal and a girl. I forget the girl's name. And the girl kind of just out of nowhere kind of grabbed him, but then he didn't actually care that much, and he kind of just like grabbed her back, she didn't care because she was obviously like, I can't complain. It was quite a weird moment. If anyone wants
hooked up there,
I can't remember what it was called. If you want to watch it, it's like the league's called RBE, but I can't remember who's battling. But it's some Arsenal versus somebody on RBE, and unless I'm remembering this wrong, she grabs him. Everyone starts laughing, and he just grabs her back straight away, and everyone's like, oh no way! Like she's laughing at that, like pretty mad, mate. You'd never catch me doing that on camera. I tell you that, boy.
Maybe he was single. Maybe he was a bit more happy for the grabbing. Like.
Yeah. I think he kind of just because again, a battle's a battle, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Rapping on stage for drunk people is rapping on stage for drunk people.
This is
a battle. You might, as much as it's meant to be non-contact, like you might expect a little bit more. That if you're battling a woman, she might get a little bit frisky. You know what I mean?
And in good humour, probably.
Exactly. She didn't do it on some like. It was clearly like a joke. You know what I mean?
It was funny sexual assault, right? I don't know where the
that's a track on your next album, isn't it, bro?
No, when we get paid on radio, because it's funny sexual assault. No, crikey, where's this interview go? Right,
you should have never had me on, bro. I bring out the worst in you, bro.
No. I'm glad you come through, honestly, and I want to put some shine on this event. So
let's do it, man.
13th of November. At the Attic Bar. At the Attic Bar. Basically the Full Moon Bar, bottom of Stokes Croft. I love that place. Big up Vicky and Inky. But yeah, now it's where we done an event. I was
you clashed there
before. I've clashed there as well.
2012, so it'll be 10 years ago next year.
Jeez, time flies. I didn't realise it was that long. Okay, but yeah, now great place. They've got a wicked sound system in there. Good outside area.
Sick location, man. Like
it works perfectly.
Perfect location for any club.
Lineup. Now, can you remember the lineup off my hand? I've got it here. I have it on my phone.
I can just about remember it, bro.
Hang on, I've got it here. So Crafty, who's the current champion.
He's the current champion.
Versus Shuffle T.
Yeah.
So basically,
so Shuffle won a battle in at our August event I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Shuffle won a battle and his, I don't know, is it a prize or whatever you call it for winning that battle, was battling Crafty for the proper championship.
Right.
So that's what's going on.
Okay.
It's a good battle as well. If you haven't seen it, Shuffle T versus Canel. It's on like 20k now. Solid battle. Canel did his thing. Shuffle definitely won the battle though.
Right.
So yeah, that was his prize, was battling Craft. So
well, that's a good prize.
Decent battle,
I think
bro.
he's got
Really
a very good chance.
Battle.
I think he's really good on stage. You know,
he's probably the most popular. He's probably the most popular active UK battler right now.
I think his comedy timing's probably the best. You know, is it rapping?
It is rapping. I've been asked that question a lot. My answer is yeah. I think it is rapping, bro. I think it is rapping, man.
To me, it's more performing, and I think. I mean, is it going to be a cappella?
Yeah.
I think that's it.
I've told him he should do it on beat battle sometime just to tick it off his list. I did tell him that.
I think just to show people who say that it might not be rapping, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He can rap on a beat. I've told him many times you should do it on beat battle. Just shut people up. All these people.
I mean, it's
say,
probably on that Dr. Syntaxy sort of vibe. You know what I mean? And this is not
but
for
Dr.
me.
Syntax did his thing.
I love Dr. Syntax.
He did his thing.
Yeah,
there's a market for it, bro.
Oh,
so
yes,
there's a market.
No, but this is what I'm saying. I think he should probably do it to shut the questioners up. And what I was going to say, is it rapping? I don't even care on his instinct. Because there's a lot of people who do that kind of more poetic, more showmanship stuff, and they just can't pull it off. They haven't got the comedy timing.
No,
they just aren't as accessible as he is, or maybe even as clever as he is. Or
there's a lot of people that you can't do the Shuffle T style unless you got an IQ of a certain level, man. Because if not, you come across as pompous, and he doesn't come across as pompous. If you don't have the skill to show that it's satire, and you people won't like you. People like him because you can tell what he's doing is jokes. Do you know what I mean?
Crafty, don't take this personally, but that's what I feel about Crafty on this. This is my brutal honesty. Yeah, I feel he's very clever.
Very clever. He is. I give him props, man.
To a point, it almost seems like some Rain Man stuff. You know what I mean?
Do you mean that as a good thing or a bad thing?
Good and bad. You know, and I think that's going to be his weakness against Shuffle, because I think Shuffle's got that same intelligence. He can match you on that, but he beats you on the comedy timing and the setup.
As I said, I'm not just saying that. I mean, active, because obviously Craft is battling for this title on the 13th, but he hasn't battled since the February last year. So I'm saying if we're talking active who have been active this year, Shuffle's the top battler in the country right now. There isn't anyone when I say top, I'm not just talking about skill, I'm talking about fandom and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like actually selling tickets, people just full stop, people caring about seeing you. It used to be, you know, you've been around for a long time. It used to be, let's be honest, there was probably about a 1 year period where you could be the wackest battler in the world and you'd still get some people feel you and you'd get views and whatever. It's not like that now. Look at the views of Shuffle's battles compared to other people's battles. There's a very clear difference. Because he's kept active. He's, for some reason, he's got a love. I can't speak for him and say he ever lost it, but if he did, he's definitely got it back, and he's active in battle rap right now. He's been this whole year. This is his second battle for Don't Flop. I think he's done two.
And he got like a book or something he's doing about
rhyming. Yeah. It's called the Advanced Book of Rhyme, something like that. He's been and my name is in it, which I was really happy about, and I made sure he didn't forget. You know, when people say them little things to me in passing conversation, I'm the kind of geezer, and I'm sure most people have met me who are listening, like, that doesn't surprise me whatsoever. When he told me once on like a drunken afternoon, he was like, anybody that's helped at all with the book gets their name in it. So like when it got to printing, I'm just gonna like casually bring this back up with you, bro. Is that still happening? Because I'd love my name to be in it. And he was like, so my name's in it, so I was gassed. And then I had to prod him to get me to actually send me a copy of the book.
I want my book with my name in it.
I want it, bro. I want it. And it's decent. And then they're working on they're working on volume 2 now, and it's going to be like insane. I've seen like a couple draft copies of it. Like I've just like, I mean, they say it's like maybe like 30%, 40% done, and it's like mad. It's like there's just rhymes you'd never thought of, and like 8 syllables, and it's proper. It's stepping up from the first book.
Genius.
Yeah, then they sold a good chunk of them as well, because obviously, you know, no one's ever done. People, you know, rhyming dictionaries exist, but they're literally cat, mat, bat, hat, fat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I had like
there's
a whole
none.
one.
Yeah, I had one that was like songwriters something, and it was. I was like 12 when I got it, and I was like, I can already.
It was given to me. Oh, you write lyrics? Here, have this.
Yeah. This one is literally like you'll come up with multi-syllabic rhymes that like you really have to understand it to think of. Not just anybody could get them. You know? What I mean?
Yeah, proper.
So I think the second one they're doing now, which I'm sure he's going to promote in the battle shamelessly, like he always does. I think it's like it's like 2.0. Basically, so I'm looking forward to it.
I'm really looking forward to that. Right, next.
I'm not sure if I've given him any rhymes for it, but I'm going to desperately try it because I really want my name in it as well.
Yeah, good. I have to try and figure out.
Do it. What rhymes with Ujima?
I'm not even going to say what I thought.
Zookeeper, that's not a bad one.
Yeah, isn't it?
See, put me in the book shuffle, man.
You're in there, yeah. Right. Next, we got Danny Jack versus Marlo. Yeah. Now, I love Danny Jack. He don't stand a chance, does he? Come on. No, bless you. Like, come on. Like, I know where you took it because it's going to get views. But, like, journeyman battle, I don't know.
Look, what was funny was that he was like, everybody is gonna hate on this battle, man. He was like, he was worried. He was like, I'm gonna do it, like you said. He was like, I'm gonna do it because it's gonna get good like hits. It's worth doing. It's the biggest opponent I've ever had. But he was like, everyone's gonna be like, oh, this is a terrible match. And like, it just shows the fans are so unpredictable because we announced it and there was like no hate at all.
I don't think it's gonna be terrible.
I think it's gonna be funny. I really do.
He's gonna have to not get drunk, and he's gonna have to just keep his like game up, you know. He's funny on certain points, and he has done good like jokes. I like him as a person on it. He just doesn't seem like he's got that steady performance constantly. Whereas Marlo, everyone, he's just
Marlo's definitely the favourite.
He's on point.
I mean, Marlo versus what's it? Marlo versus Eurgh. Marlo versus Eurgh is one of my favourite performances ever, where he's just you remember Eurgh, like Marlo's got a battle with Eurgh, and he's just just like breaking him down, just like I can't even remember, but he's just saying so much funny stuff to him, just like what is wrong with you as a human being. Like, him and Shuffle are so good at doing that. I'm gonna be honest, exclusive, he texted me, Marlo texted me yesterday out of the blue just saying, please can we do unlimited rounds. He said there's so much. I said like a million crying faces back. He said, please, I just can't chop this stuff down.
Yeah, just don't want to lose.
He just said there's too much, and that's why Danny took it, because he knows like it's a massive step for him. He knows he's going to get buoyed off, but that's what battle rap is. You don't take a battle if you don't get buoyed off.
This is it, and I think Danny's good at that, and he's got like he's okay with being buoyed off, and I think that having thick skin helps in this battling thing. Yeah, and he's really displayed. He's got quite a thick skin.
No, he has definitely. You can't take that away from him, but because do you know why you know he's got a thick skin? Because he was ready to get hated on, and he was still like, I can't wait for this announcement to drop. Do you know what I mean? He was like, I know everyone's gonna hate me, but this is a good look for me. So you know he doesn't care. You can't battle for 10 years.
There'll be a lot of eyes on him, and I think he'll get views, and hopefully if he does like come and pull a stringer out, it could really benefit him. So I completely get that.
Could be really good.
They got Danny Jack and Marlo. Right, next, Matter versus Lazy.
You seen Lazy? Oh no, you seen him?
No,
I feel like maybe you haven't seen him.
Yeah,
this is more one of the lyrical.
Matter's one of the classic ones, isn't he?
Veterans, man.
With he looked like an owl. Was that the one?
Yeah. Well, that wasn't his bar. That's what Lefty said to him.
Yeah. Exactly. But it's about him looking like an owl. That is the right one.
Matter's a veteran. Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah. So this, as much as I hate, I find it really corny, like describing battles as lyrical. This is one of the more like lyrical. You know what I mean?
Lyrical.
More like it's gonna be more of like clever like references to like 18th century poets and stuff like that. Not from Matter's side, probably from Lazy's side. Matter will probably just be like, because Lazy, Lazy's about 6'8".
Oh wow.
Yeah. He's very. I think he's something
Lazy
like that.
Ass Jack.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Actually, you have met him. Remember?
When we did that event in London,
there you go.
Yeah,
you go. You remember, right?
Yeah.
So he's literally about 6'8".
So it doesn't look like a battle rapper at all. It looks like he's raised on a farm.
He looks like Jacob Rees-Mogg, like 25, 30 years ago. That is literally what he looks like. And if you hear him speak, he sounds like it as well. So he knows he's not got it easily cut out for himself as a rapper.
Yeah.
But he's definitely on that clever stuff. Obviously, Matter is a veteran. Matter's been battling probably like 2010, 2009, something like that. So he's been about, man.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll give you that as well. Matter's been super active as well. He's never really taken a break. No. He's been battling, like I said, 10 plus years, and he's never really taken a break.
Who was he like tag team with as well? Luna. It was Luna, wasn't it? Yeah, it was back in the day. So yeah, you kind of like got a lot of that fame as well around that time. But I think he was kind of like the neglected one.
Yeah. Luna was the star. There's no denying that. That's just a fact. Like, it is what it is. Like, Matter wouldn't say he was the star. Like, Luna was the star of their 2-on-2 teams. You know what I mean?
Well, they're both good, and I really enjoyed his performances. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
They're both gonna bring it, man. It's gonna be funny.
So Soweto Kinch.
You know Soweto Kinch? You know who that is, right?
I know the name.
He kind of from your era as well.
Like, what?
Yeah.
What, New Jaw rappers?
No.
Stay relevant.
No, he's a saxophonist. Do you remember him?
I did.
Black guy from Birmingham with dreads. And he's kind of like...
I know the name.
Yeah.
I really do know the name. And I'm familiar, but not sure, if that makes sense.
So we've known each other since even... Soweto, this is the mad thing, a lot of people don't know this. Soweto Kinch is one of the first people that ever supported me as a battle rapper. Okay. Yeah, because he knew me when I was a teenager. Not we are best friends, obviously. He went to start jamming with a teenager. Like, that sounds a bit weird. Yeah. But we met when he was in his 20s and I was a teenager. So once I started battling, he's one of the first people that, we're talking probably MySpace. He sent me a message and was like, bro, you need to link me in those battles. I want to see what you've been doing. I remember you from back in the day. So obviously once I started the Don't Flop thing, he's one of the first people I hollered at.
Right.
Because he's a rapper and a saxophonist. So
he can play sax, he gets music. Like,
that's his bread and butter, bro. He's a really talented musician, man. I got a lot of respect for him. And he's a sick freestyler as well. So that's how we bonded, from just both being into playing music and also mainly freestyling, obviously. So he takes little breaks here and there, but he's back. Obviously, Canel's super active. He's just coming off a loss to Shuffle.
Oh, right, for real?
From the August event, they battled. Obviously, he was battling Shuffle to Battlecraft. So he took a loss on that. He did his thing, though. He had some funny lines.
I don't want to seem like I don't like Canel. It was just
you sound like you hate everybody.
Nah. On the real. I'm just honest, innit? I just say how it is now. I think Canel, in that online tournament we had, didn't come across.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, honestly, I don't hate him. I just think... because I was like, he's everything that's wrong with rap at the time. I just think lockdown had me angry and stressed and that, like, you know what I mean? And I was watching these videos and I was like, no, didn't like it. Bad opinion of it.
You were judging that. You weren't a big fan, were you?
No, but I've seen some of the stuff he's done as well, and I admire the passion. You know what I mean? Yeah. And hopefully he can prove me wrong.
And he reps Don't Flop hard.
He really does.
He's here, like he's still relatively new, but he reps it really hard, and he's always down for taking battles. Yeah. Like he battled in Cardiff. He battled like a geezer that he'd never met in his life before, whose opponent didn't show up. I just kind of went to him and was like, Canel, bro, like, can you do me a massive favour and battle this random like child, basically? Yeah. And he was like, yeah, all right, mate. You know, he thought, yeah, definitely, mate. I'll do that, mate. Yeah, 100%, bro. Sound safe, man. I was like, he's like, give me a beer. I was like, all right, bro, cool. And he just battled this geezer with no bars or anything. So like, he represents for Don't Flop hard. So him and Sweat, to me, like, it's not like a headline battle, but I think that'd be really funny. Because Sweato's style is very, like, it's proper dry, and it's very like, you're a bit of a loser, aren't you? That's kind of his style, which, you know what I mean?
Fair.
So I think it'll just be two people calling each other. Canel's probably going to be like, you're terrible at playing the saxophone. You know about how it is? Like, you take something and just embellish it completely beyond all recognition. Like,
just that. Yeah. Right. So next on the agenda we have Crow versus Bowski.
I never, to this day, I don't know what you're meant to say, Bowski or Boyski. I don't know. I don't know. What's he saying? It's from the Big Lebowski, so I guess it is Bowski.
That makes sense completely.
Yeah, because he told me it was like the big Matt Boski, but then it's like, but that's weird because in the film it's Bowski, but then I don't know. You can call him whatever. He's not going to cry about it.
No, fair. I love Bowski.
You seen Crow? He's relatively new.
I have. Seen him? Yeah. I don't think I've seen enough to fully develop an opinion, but I think he's all right.
Yeah. Well, I've seen.
My favourite there is definitely Bowski.
Yeah, and I think that someone from your era is always going to lean to. That's why we set these battles up, because you're from the old school era where it's literally just like all I want to do is laugh. You feel me? Yeah. Whereas like, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's this idea. There was a big. I don't even know when the phase was like
bars versus.
As I was about to say. Remember the few years in this thing where it was like,
I lost a battle against Enigma, and the reason they gave me was because of bars versus jokes.
That doesn't mean nothing. Like, it means nothing, bro. What do you mean? Like, you telling me that a joke can't be a bar? That it's or a bar can't be a joke? Like, some of the best bars ever are funny. You know what I mean? Like, I hate this idea that like, oh, you're either a barer who says like I said, references like mad obscure stuff, or you're a funny fat guy.
Well, he said,
like, nah, it's not that simple, bro.
That would sound like a story, none of it true, and because it was like deemed like all, I don't know, sensibly written sort of thing, it was bars, as opposed to mine was humour and jokes. And they come up to me afterwards like, I picked the wrong person. Sorry. It's like, what? He said, I went for the bars with a jokes angle on the camera because I thought that's what everyone's doing at the moment. It's like, come on, you're an idiot. Just, if I made you laugh, I beat the guy. But no, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's your era, the era now. Yeah. That's why I rate somebody like Corey. There's a lot of new battlers like him coming up. Corey's the kind of new battler where he's trying to get the mix right. Like he's not. Trust me, he's been around since maybe like 2013. I first met him, so he's been around a long time. And he's just stepped in now. Yeah. So I know he's not trying to do, I'm going to be super lyrical, or he's not trying to be super funny. He's trying to get the balance middle ground. Right.
I think that's it. I think have schemes, have everything like that, but also make us laugh.
That's what I'm saying. Look at someone like Shuffle. Why do you think Shuffle's the most popular? Because you couldn't say Shuffle's bars or jokes. He's just a rapper. He's battling. He's making you laugh, but the way he says it, some of the things he says, you know, I mean, one of my favorite bars that he said to Canel was he said something like start because obviously I said they're battling to see who's the champion, right? Yeah. And he said something like star quality is something that you ain't got clearly. The new champion Canel. Wait, what? Really? and that was the punchline. The punchline was rhyming, really. And you got to have swag to do that. Not every average Joe can get up on the stage and rhyme the word really. But the punchline was like, new champion Canel. Wait, what? Really? Like, and the whole room was dying, bro. Honestly. So, and I told him last time I saw him, I was like, bro, that's what you're the best at, man. Just really dry conversational things someone would say walking down the street. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I think someone like Crow. And this is not to not give Boyski his props, because obviously Boyski's been clashing so long. He's the other way. He's really open about telling everybody who'll listen, I don't care about any of that lyrical nonsense, he'll tell you to your face, and he'll say it in a clash. He'll be like, I don't care what you say, all the different intricate ways you rhyme it, I'm just going to talk about your mum and it's going to be funnier. So that's his, do you know what I mean? And that's where he comes from. That's what I love. That's what you love. That's what I'm saying. People who are about in that period, that's what they want to hear. So he raps for those people who don't care about flips on your name and 2 letters change into this. No, he don't care about none of that. He's just like, your mum is this, your dad is this, blah, 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 and everybody laughs every time. So that's going to be a really funny battle, man. I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah, man. All right. So after that one, we have Just Trev versus Formy.
Formy, your guy, Formy.
Yeah, man. Now Formy is my boy, but what's Just Trev?
I see him doing that hot pepper thing the other day, man.
Yeah, man. He suffered. Yeah,
he suffered.
He had to do it like 4 times, change the lyric and everything like that. I don't know what his thinking was.
Something about that. It was just like, it felt like when you're at school, and I felt like Krazy's acting like the popular geezer at school that just goes up to a random kid and is like, we do this. That's what I thought when I watched it.
I can't argue at that point.
You know exactly what I'm saying.
Look, we wanted a funny idea for content, and he come out to the yard and it was like, are you going to do this? Like, yeah, I'll do it. Fine.
There you go.
There was a little bit of
when you're in school and you walk through the cafeteria,
and me laughing and going, you got to go again, like a seal in the background. I've managed to contain myself and control myself, but I also think that karma bit me on the butt because I got nominated shortly afterwards and I had to do it.
Oh, you've done it. How was it?
It burned.
Really?
Like, the thing is as well, I used to eat a lot of chili before, I've slowed right down on it. My tolerance has dropped right down, and I'm not like a complete chili wimp now, but nothing compared to what I was before. Like, I used to get like hot sauce and just drink out of the bottle, and the jerk paste, I'd dip my chips into it and stuff like that. I was weird. Like, now like even just like a standard curry buzz me up a bit. So I swear down doing that.
So you did it and it messed you up, yeah.
I was streaming at the eyes, not coming out, all sorts of stuff.
Wow, yeah. You wouldn't catch me doing that, bro. Like, I'll do the cooking show. I'm down for the cooking show. I ain't eating some.
Well, we
Scotch
get that
bonnet,
did tomorrow.
bro.
But no, honestly, like it's a bit of fun, and I think it is spreading out. A few people like that kid's been nominated, and a few other say bigger profile artists have done it, coming through. So it could be a thing. It could take off.
It's a great idea. Don't get me wrong. And Formi's the guy to do it. You might just end up with a series of him eating various things and trying to rap afterwards.
There's a lot of chilies that we could do. Somebody suggested trying underwater. I don't know if they were
eating a chili underwater.
I think that's level 3, innit? I think we do the underwater one and then the chili under the water.
That's mad. Eating a chili underwater and trying to rap. That sounds like some Houdini thing that's going to go really wrong.
I'm sure it'll probably get at least like 200 views or something. 7 likes.
Yeah, Formi dying into a watery grave is worth 200 views. What a sad state of affairs.
35 or something like that. If we sponsor the post.
You're awful, man. Look. You're awful.
So, but his battle might be good as well.
Nah, it will. Yeah, we should probably get back to the battle. So obviously Formi's your guy.
Just Trev. What's he like?
You know about Just Trev Jones? He's new as well. He's very new. He's very new.
Yeah.
He's actually a beatboxer. Like Soweto's a saxophonist. Just Trev is actually a beatboxer full time. That's what he does full time. Yeah, he's just been a long time supporter at Don't Flop. He's beatboxed at a lot of our events. He's got a couple beatbox battles on like a couple 100,000 views.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Under the name Crumpets, not under Just Trev. Just Trev's his rap name.
Okay, that's ammo there for me if you're listening.
yeah, trust me. I'm sure he knows. Like, Formi probably knows like every single address he's ever had and whatever. You know what I mean?
That doesn't surprise me.
But yeah, so he's a beatboxer that basically during lockdown I run this rap competition like every couple nights during lockdown.
Yeah.
That thing. Yeah. So Just Trev just started entering for the bands, and I kind of DM'd him once stuff started opening up, and I was like, bro, you're actually like, you're quite good, bro. Like, not, you know, I didn't gas him like, you're the best ever. I said, bro, honestly, I think you're actually pretty decent. Like, gassed him up. I was like, come do a battle, bro. He did it. Did really well, man. Really, really well. I can't even remember who he. Oh yeah, no, he battled another newbie as well. Did really, really well. He's done like 3 now. He actually sent me a question on Instagram, and I said, "Does anyone want us to talk about anything?" He said, "Why are you giving like Just Trev?" DM'd me and said, "Why are you giving Just Trev more battles when his last one was so bad?" Because his last one was terrible. And my answer was just like, because when someone's got legs, it's like a little bump in the road is.
Yeah,
it's just,
that's it.
You know
and they can
like,
learn from that.
They can learn from it, bro. So he didn't have an amazing performance last battle. But this one is like obviously a bigger event. That was on the street last time. You know what I mean? Right. So this is like, you know, going to be, you know, over 100, 120 something people. Yeah. So I know he's going to step it up. And Formi's second or third acapella
I've seen
battle.
that tag team one that they
done. Yeah, so he's yeah.
I mean,
so.
he didn't even mention that to me at the house that day, and I get why. Yeah, and it wasn't even because he done that bad, because I think he was all right, but I didn't even like the people he battled as well. Sorry, I'm not trying to put out people too much, but
I like the negativity.
Yeah, they were weird. I like that they could perform, but they just looked like they needed a good wash, man. Like this.
I mean, that doesn't narrow it down. That's a big problem with battle rappers, bro. That's a big problem. You at events sometimes you're like, boy, when was the last time you put moisturizer on your hands or something, bro? Like you're shaking my hand, you're like literally scraping the skin off as we do it. Do you know what I mean? Like bare times, like you'll be sitting in like Nando's or something. And you're like, boy,
exclusive. Has sensitive palms.
No,
his palms are sweaty.
No, I promise you. Look, listen to me. Me being a diva like I am, I'll tell you. When everyone started buying hand gel 2020, I was bitching, bro. I was buying this and clearing the shelves out before it was cool. And now I'm going in Tesco's and it's empty. Because we're talking back in the old Don't Flop days. I was always like, bro, we're going to eat after the event. And I'm like watching these people go from the event, sitting down, order their food and just eat it. Don't even go to the toilet and wash their hands.
Well. See, I wash my hands, but that alcohol stuff, I swear that just mashes up your skin.
Maybe, bro, but it might even be a mental thing. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it doesn't do as much as it says, but all I know is, bro, I put that on and everyone used to be like, oh, what you think? What you rolling with that hand gel for? And now it's like, oh, everyone under the sun. So like me, when it all started getting like sold off the shelves, I was like, oh, I was ahead of the game on this. But now every single time I go and buy a hand gel, I want to tell the girl behind the counter, like, I have to bite my tongue not to be like, I just want to let you know, I was doing this 5-6 years ago before every family in the UK sold it out. But yeah, so it's like, but back to the battle. I don't know how we got. Oh, you said about because the guy's class need a wash. Yeah, so
that is battle related. Go wash your hands.
Definitely. So, yeah, please, all the battlers listening to this, please have a wash before the event. Do yourself a face mask or something to trust me, bro.
A deep soak in the bath. You're in public now. You're not in your bedroom shining
exactly,
in the mirror.
Bro. Like do that.
Wash your
moisturize
clothes
your hands and that.
with conditioner.
Yes, trust me. Like sort your hair
Not
out.
just fairy liquid in the wash.
So yeah, but that's gonna be a good battle though, because so for me obviously is from around here, so I think it's his first battle he's done down here. Trev's I think always been the outsider for his battles. Really. I don't think he's gonna be really bothered. They're both quite new. I like battles like this, man. I like all kinds of battles. I like the Crow and Boski kind of battles because they're like newcomer versus veteran. But I like these ones as well where it's like Formby and Trev when they're like brand new. Do you know what I mean? It's like who's hungriest? Who's hungrier exactly, man? When people are talking about Trev being whack in his last battle, that is literally because the other geezer was hungrier. That is what it comes down to. You can see it on screen as well. You're like, this guy just wanted to win this battle more. Some people just don't care too much about winning. He didn't care on the day.
Like the Usk Anthony situation, where like Usk bossed him up so bad it made Joshua Anthony look slow. Sorry.
Right. You know
what I mean? And it wasn't like he was really slow. It's just because you had us busking him up. Like,
sorry. You mean Anthony Joshua? You said Joshua Anthony.
Yeah, sorry, man.
I was thinking. Well, I thought I didn't think I was a boxing fan, but I've definitely never heard of that geezer. Like, Anthony Joshua. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I swear it's because my cousin's called Joshua, so I always get a twist up like in my head. But
it's just whoever wants it more, bro. Yeah. That's the same with battling. But obviously, battle is not quite as intense as boxing. But when you step in, if you prepped for 3-4 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever, you've been practicing your freestyle game as well. You've had your outfit hung up on the wall 2 days before. Blah blah blah. You've actually had a fucking shower. Pardon me. You've actually had I am. Have a shower, bro. You've done all that. Do you know what I mean? You've combed your hair and that. Like that them ones in the battle, they're the ones that usually win.
Yeah, fair.
So there you go.
Hunger beats. So and also we have Colton Shanks versus Reverse. Now
these two
Colton Shanks
new,
is wicked, man.
Are you seen him? Yeah,
man. Come on, I pay attention to that, man. He's online quite a lot as well. Yeah. Good guy, man. Real good guy.
He's new. He's super new to Don't Flop. He's been around for years. But this is his second Don't Flop. But he just did one that's not online yet. It's not online, but he did really well.
Didn't he do it for the other league as well?
He's done a few. So I knew his name, but I've never had him on Don't Flop.
Right. Yeah.
So this was his first one for Don't Flop. And he's one. We went to Durdle Door. Do you know what Durdle Door is?
It's on Harry Potter stuff. Like.
Well, it looks like, I don't know if it was in Harry Potter, but it's on the south coast in like Dorset.
Right.
It's like a massive rock in the sea.
I seen that with the hole in it and stuff.
So basically, I put an Instagram post out saying I want some cool places to go shoot. Give me some locations I might not know. About 3-4 different fans suggested Durdle Door. I'd never heard. I looked it up. I was like, this is incredible. Right. So Carlton Shanks came with us down there. And we shot something in front of the arch thing. So he did really well. Like, he is sick. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really have any expectations of him, but I told him after his battle, I was like, bro, you are gonna go far. You are really good, man. So this guy Reverse is even less known. He's only had one battle and it's not even online yet. But he had it in August. It'll definitely drop before the event. 100%. It'll definfinitely drop.
What's he saying over you?
He's very good. Only it's hard to say from one battle.
But you can gauge someone's intelligence a little bit and also hunger.
He took it. It's about taking it seriously, bro. That's why I put him, because my guy obviously Colton came to Durdle Door, which, let's be honest, a lot of people we've held beach events before. They're not the most serious events, but he came fully prepped, ready to rap on the beach in the rain. Unfortunately, in the rain. Same with this guy Reverse. First ever battle. He knew he was jumping into the Lions Den because it was like big crowd. Our first event back. He was the first battle of the day as well. He battled for me. First battle of the day. Did really well. Had some really funny punchlines.
I think I've heard about it from Formby. I've chatted to him about him actually as well. So,
he had a whole thing about Formby, because obviously Formby looks like indescribably looks like Martin Clunes. Like on a next level of they must be related in some way. So it's like he had a whole angle about Formby being like, I think you literally are Martin Clunes, and I think you've like swapped identities or whatever. So that was really funny because and I tell Formby every time I see him, I'm like, you look more like Martin Clunes today than you did last time. So when he's 40, it's over. If I still know him when he's 40, 50, it's over.
He needs to just do like an album called Formby Behaving Badly or something like that. You know what I mean? And just get over the way, chop up the sample.
Formby Behaving Sadly, because he posts all that emo stuff on his Instagram.
I started.
He loves the emo stuff. I think that could be an album name. Before Me Behaving Sadly.
Or
that could be dope. So that's gonna be. It's good. That's gonna be a solid.
That's a hell of a lot of good battles, man.
It is, man. I'm very happy with it.
That's the card right there. That is. I'm going to be posting the flyer on my Instagram. I'm going to do it tomorrow because all this late night posting probably ain't good for reaching that, isn't it? But no, honestly, that is the 13th of November, and if you're not there, you need your head checked.
Don'tfloptickets.com.
What is the capacity of the attic at the moment?
It's like,
is there like a lockdown capacity?
I don't know. I'll find out from them. Realistically, I'd be expecting we'll get between like 1 and 150, which is like that's solid for me.
It's
bro.
gonna fill up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
long as it's
my point being is, it's the first Don't Flop in Bristol in a long time.
Year and a half.
We love it here. You know what I mean?
Why do you think I come back, bro? Like, why do you think I text you out the blue and go, I'm coming to Bristol tomorrow? Do you know what I mean? Because it's just like it's just getting shown love down here, bro.
Like come on, this is why you're on the radio now. We really, really genuinely love it here. Like I'm gassed for it. I can't wait for it.
It's like, that's why I bring. As soon as it was like, okay, so I done my event in London in August because that specific event we always do in London. Fine. As soon as I was like, there's literally no hesitation in my mind. We're doing the one in November in Bristol. That's it. Yeah. Because the fans, obviously, you were at the last event. Yeah, the vibe was just so
ridiculous,
upbeat
man.
and happy.
People still chat to me about it now.
So I'm saying, so I want to bring all those people back through. Yeah. We sold currently just under 100. We sold currently. So I'm expecting probably by the event probably be about 150 or something like that. Be a nice little crowd in there, man.
What about your hot sauce? Have you still got hot sauce left?
I need to, my family are on me about this all the time because they're like my biggest fans for when it comes
really
to the hot sauce. I know, boy. It's coming back,
bro. Did you
bro.
see I cooked with it properly as well? Like,
yeah.
Bro,
it's
that was banging for real. Like really good. What was it? Spring onion or something?
Spring onion. God, it's been a while since I even looked at it. It's like basically I just made a sauce out of all the things that I like. Because I wanted it to be like a personal project, innit? So it was like I'm like obsessed with spring onions and garlic and that. So that was the first thing I told the guy. I was like, put that in it. He's like, cool. And I think it's got maybe maybe like mango. It might have in it.
I remember that for the life of me. It was beautiful.
It's gonna come back. Obviously, like if I had it my way, it's a money thing. It always comes down to money. If I had it my way, we'd have it stocked in every restaurant. Because I'm not just blowing my own trumpet. You've had it. Anybody that has it said it's incredible.
I genuinely
it is one of the nicest hot sauces I've ever had.
And as I said, my tolerance has dropped a bit. And that one I love still. You know what I mean? Like,
trust me,
that was up on the level with Frank sauce.
I'm happy to hear that. Yeah,
and Frank sauce is the boy. Like,
that's what I told the guy when we designed it. He said, like, what are we going for here? And I said, I tell you what, we're not going for is one of them ones where it's like, oh, who can handle this? Because that's like. That's a novelty. I don't want to make a novelty.
You have it once, and then it
in
stays in the curb and it gets moldy. And
I said, let's make one that's like multi-purpose, that it just goes on everything: eggs, meat, vegetarian stuff, anything, bro. Right? He fully understood what I wanted. Made it. We didn't even. He brought me back the I don't know what you call it, the taster, like the draft copy sample. Didn't even change it, bro. Like, literally tried it.
Like, that's the one.
I was like, that's it, mate. I was like, you've killed it, man. But and it's literally just money. And when I can get the funds together to reprint it, I want to get it everywhere because I want more people to taste it because it is so nice.
I think that's half the battle as well, getting them to taste it and try it first.
And that's one of the ones I found out it's harder to sell that online. Like when we did the thing in Bristol last February, we sold a good 20-25 bottles because we had the taster and the pita bread out there, which is because this was before everyone was like, oh, COVID. This was only 3 weeks before lockdown, but you remember how quickly those 3 weeks snowballed, right? This is where no one cared about touching this, nothing. No one cared. So
everyone in the whole place eating out the same bowl.
No one cared. We provided extra bowls and we had like other pita breads, but no one cared. Everyone was just reaching in the same one. No one cared.
Try that this time.
And like I said, we sold about 20-25 that day. And there was only about probably 125 people there, so it was like a solid amount we sold. You know what I mean? But that was because people could try it. But I noticed the online sales were slow because
people probably think it's really hot because it's rap battle related. They probably think it's going to be like a challenge.
To be honest, as well though with you, bro. Like they also might just be like, what does know about making a hot sauce? Which is why you got to get them to taste it. Because I put myself in their shoes, being like, well, what does having a rap battle thing have to do? And the point is, it doesn't. It's just something I've always wanted to do because I love food. You know what I mean?
We've all got different interests as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like but people pigeonhole you. There you go. People pigeonhole you as a battle rapper, bro. They're like, is a battle rap host, and he used to freestyle battle back in the day. It's like, no, bro. There's loads of other things I'm into that I'm trying to get into now. You know what I mean? Just like rapping in general. Like I'm more into rapping myself now than I ever have been in the last 10 years because I was just like, bro, I'm starting to meet people and they're saying to me, I didn't even know you used to rap, bro. I'm thinking, do you know how offended I get when people say that? I'm like, you kidding me?
I've done this because I rap. The whole reason
I'm saying, bro. So like now that's what I mean with the hot sauce. It's like, all right, well, people are obviously going to be a bit dubious, like, why is he selling hot sauce? But once you tried it, you messaged me straight away. You said, mate, this is banging,
and it was honestly beautiful. If it was like kind of okay, I'd go, yeah, that was nice, but I wouldn't just say it because I want more. I honestly want more, and I'm not just going to like gas you up
come back. It will come back. I really appreciate that, man. It will definitely come back. Like within hopefully the next like 6 months or something. Like I said, my family are on me about it all the time.
Fair. No, I don't blame them. And it's they want more. You know when you can't get a flavour you want. Have you seen that? Howard and Kumar go to White Castle and they couldn't get the flavour they want, and you see the hassle with Cool. They had to make a damn film about it. Now, that could happen again. You know,
set in Bristol. We'll do a UK version.
Yeah, and Crazy needs the hot sauce.
Crazy and go to Co-op.
Quite funny, to be fair.
That sounds lit.
A joke episode. Right, bruv, we've gone over time by a good half hour.
We have.
Bro, it was flowing. I wasn't going to stop it. We've got this event coming up, as I say. So
buy your tickets, people, man. Don'tfloptickets.com.
That's it, yeah. Don'tfloptickets.com. If you haven't got that now, I'm going to be sticking it on the Instagram page, but that's quite simple. Don'tfloptickets.com.
£13. The event's called 13. It's on the 13th, and every ticket is 13. There's no early birds, there's no latecomers. It's just £13.
All the way through.
All the way through.
Good way of doing it.
I'm saying 13th birthday, and it fell on the 13th. I was like, I got to do it that day. All these venues were emailing me back, being like, we could offer you the 25th. I was like, I'm telling you, if you can't give me the 13th, it ain't happening. I'm sorry. Like, you just don't understand.
Eulogy. It's got to be there.
Yeah, it has to be the 13th, bro. That's what
Maybe you're lucky. No.
Yeah.
It's a Saturday, not a Friday.
I hope a lot of the people listening, man. I hope to see a big chunk of you there. Like,
look, we're going to be promoting the back end off of it. You're going to be in Bristol for another few days.
Yeah, I'm about,
man. We'll get you on the
cooking
show.
If anyone's trying to film, anyone who's listening who's trying to film, do an interview, do any promo content, bro, I'm here for like next 4 days. I love being down here, man. It's like there's no other city in the UK like Bristol. Like,
trust me, bro. And you got
anyone who ain't been here, I'm sure you're super proud to be from here. When you meet people that ain't been to Bristol, you're like, you gotta go, man. I'm not even from here, and I'm like, you have to go check out Bristol. It's lit down there. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, it's got a really good. I mean, pre-lockdown, it was probably the best for music, nightlife.
Yeah, it's coming back with drum and bass now, though. Everyone's saying Bristol's like the drum and bass capital of the UK now.
I mean, big up Scotty Rakes and all of them lot, and SA, they're pushing it hard, really hard.
That's what I'm seeing. All the MCs and DJs that I follow are like, Bristol is literally the drum and bass capital of England right now.
I mean, it was back in the day, so it's good to see that coming back. You know what I mean? In the Ronnie Size era and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And that it's going full circle, or full cycle. Hey, but
that's good, man. So yeah, I'm hopefully you'll see me raving in the crowd at a couple of Bristol drum and bass things as well when I ain't got any work to do, because I haven't done something like that in years. So I'd love to come and just vibe and actually have a good time for once.
Thursday night there's a party at Attic Bar if you're around as well. Yeah. So Wishmaster album launch as well. So that should be good. As long as I can
take some posters and that, I'm there, man.
Oh, bro, it's the Attic Bar. We're there.
Of all the places that should let me post about my event at the Attic Bar, it should be the Attic Bar.
I'm sure they would. I'm surprised they ain't got graffiti up from Inky and everything like that. But wicked. Yeah. Well, bro, I'm going to get on and play some music, but thank you for coming through to the show.
It's been a lot of fun, bro. Big up everyone listening as well.
Bro, like, honestly, that's just like, I swear we've done like an hour without even blinking.
We should start a podcast. Yeah, just me bigging battlers up and you just tearing them down.
I don't like this guy because he said this once and I'm unforgiving. And
I feel like there's a market for that, man. Everyone's too nicey now. Maybe you can be the voice of.
I'll be the Simon Cowell.
Yeah, I can try be the what's the word? The diplomatic one. Yeah. I don't know which one that is, but I can try be the diplomatic one.
The Boyzone manager.
I can be him, and you can be.
You can be Louis Walsh.
I can be. I'll be Louis Walsh. That's I mean, to be fair, when I was in the Uber here, I was just thinking to myself, I was like, one day I'm gonna be Louis Walsh. So if we can make that happen, if we can make my dreams come true, that I could be Louis Walsh one day. That's amazing, bro.
Of all the dreams I wasn't expecting.
Let's do it. Let's think about it. Let's think about a crazy little podcast, man. It might work. It might work.
Honestly, we've got set up for a podcast, so let's have a proper chat.
It might work.
But yeah, bro, you're a G. Thank you for coming through.
Bro.
Big up for all the hard work throughout the many years. Honestly,
you've always been there. I got to give you your props on air as well, bro. You never ever at all dipped in and out. You always been a Don't Flop supporter. There's a lot of geezers, let's be real, there's some people in Bristol that are dipped on, off, here and there. You've been a solid supporter of what I've done since day one. Bro. You've never ever even flinched, even when people you knew weren't messing with what we were doing. You still kept it 100. That's why you know it anyway, but that's why I'll always support anything you do, because you've always supported everything that I do. Do you know what I mean? Trust me, 100%, man.
Well, that's 100% real love out here, because I seen the dream and I respected the way he was getting it done.
And we're still trying to get there, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, I don't see that you faltered in anything, you know what I mean?
No, I appreciate it. So,
no, honestly, I stand by everything that's been done, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Big
so,
up,
man, you smashed it. And I think people... No man's island, you know what I mean? And they expect too much from us sometimes, you know what I mean? And what you've accomplished as a man, you know what I mean, is incredible. So big yourself up, brother.
Respect, bro.